Hey y'all, it's me. I'm back. It's your girl, the real deal. Anita Skills reaction. Yes. Uh, yeah. How y'all doing? That's good. I hope everybody doing okay. If you feeling bad, I'm sorry. If the day your birthday, happy birthday. And it's raining out here. It's bad. Lightning and everything. I want to get into Bryan. I want to get into Bryan Kohberger. Y'all, it's something about this young man that he likes what's going on. Allegedly, I believe Bryan had some help. And if Bryan didn't have no help, he's a strong man. He must have been under influence of something to make him, some kind of substances that make him strong, because that's a lot. That's a lot. What he did, it should have made him tired. What Bryan did, it should have made him tired. And also, I want to say this. This is my own theory. This is my own conspiracies. Somebody else controlling Bryan. I know he was a teaching assistant. He helps the teacher. Now, I'm not saying that the teacher has nothing to do with this, but it's a masterminded person allegedly is behind Bryan. Allegedly to me. To the real deal, Anita's Gill. This is my conspiracies and reaction. I believe someone masterminded is behind Bryan Kohberger. Now, do I think he's going to tell? I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know, y'all. This is going to be an interesting case. I'm thinking that some students allegedly is involved to either lure the kids in there. Lord, I ain't gonna say kid, I want to respect them because they, cause the students grown. The young people to the situation. I believe deep down in my heart is somebody else in this. And they the masterminded person behind Bryan Kohberger. Bryan Kohberger is smart, but he's somebody teaching him. Somebody got into his mind. That's why I spoke about the mind earlier. Mind control. Somebody, the way his eyes buck, and the way Bryan looks, I watch his emotions. And his emotions confuses me. I don't know. Again, they ask him, was he under some kind of medication? Because I see the same thing that they see. Something has controlled Bryan's mind, y'all. And I don't know what it was, and I don't know who it was. Somebody is behind Bryan. And it's two either he has two personalities, three, four, I don't know. But one of those personalities come out every now and then. He might need to see a psychologist. Somebody is masterminded. I'm going to say it again, and y'all going to hear it from the real deal, Anita Gibb. Allegedly, later on, either somebody is a masterminded behind Bryan, or Bryan the guy has some mental issues going on with himself. Just because he's smart doesn't mean nothing. But mentally, I think that Bryan is going through something mentally, y'all. Somebody is controlled, brainwashed. Somebody has brainwashed Tony. Not Tony. Guys, see, I'm thinking about another case. Bryan Kohberger. Allegedly, I think that someone else is behind Bryan mentally, along with Bryan. Bryan has been brainwashed mentally to think and do what he does. Something triggers him off to make him do those things. People don't, human just, a smart person just don't do stuff like this. He won't waste his life. And then I see the look. Think about it. A police just warned him the first time when he was driving that he was speeding. Think about the man now. But just forget about how he looked and who I am. He just got stopped by the police mentally. They told you was speeding. I don't even see why he ain't get no ticket. They had to been me on the highway, I probably would have got a ticket. Going too fast. That's a speed ticket. Bryan didn't get a... Bryan allegedly might be used to getting away with stuff. Every time he turn around, he getting away with stuff. Now, Bryan Schwartz got a ticket for speeding. If he didn't mentally, that same day, y'all come on now, work with me now. Let's keep it real. That's how his mind is. How his mind is controlled and work. All right, you already got a speed ticket. Now you're getting a ticket for following too. Now you didn't get a ticket. Now the police stop you from following too close. He's confused. It's something going on mentally with Bryan. You just got stopped in the same day with your dad in the car. Y'all think about that. You just got a speed ticket. They would tell you, oh, Lord, let me calm down. Now you got a ticket following behind the car too close. Are you trying to go to jail? What is it that turning Bryan away from? It seems like he wants to be saved. Something is behind him. Something happened to Bryan. Now he the teacher assistant. Now what I got to do to pass this class? What do I have to do to pass your class, Bryan? Because I got to get an 8. This is the hardest class. What I got to do? He even look controlled, y'all. You know how a person be spaced out like this? And y'all didn't see how he looked at the cameras. He looked at the cameras like this. Bryan Kohberger gave me the instinct that if he had another opportunity and a chance to do it again, he would do it again. That's how I see Bryan. I see Bryan as a controller. And the type that'll scare somebody. But what's controlling his mind? Have they tested him? Just because he got his master's, it's okay. You can pass them classes. Anybody can get a master's. But the thing is, what triggers him? Who's behind Bryan? Who is controlling Bryan? What y'all do to Bryan? Has Bryan always been like that? Was Bryan like that in high school? When did Bryan start behaving like this? Did somebody give him some kind of substances, a drug or anything that made him get like that? If somebody got something on Bryan, they need to check him. And why is he up under the teacher so much? Something going on in this case that I really feel sorry for the people that them young people who has to take that class that Bryan was in. The instructor need to be talked to. Because in order for him to be my assistant, it's some good that Bryan does mentally that I can control him. Think about what I'm saying, y'all. Think about what I'm saying. Let's just get out our feelings and look at this thing for real. Let's look at it for real. Bryan spaced out. Bryan's ass is spaced out. And the question is, has he always been this way? When did he get this way? Because how do you do stuff and still continue? How you do something to someone and you go to school and act like ain't nothing wrong? People does it every day in life, but they got to be sick. If they're not sick, it's something else, y'all. Deep down in my heart, I think somebody got Bryan under their control. Somebody has Bryan under their control. Bryan looked spaced out when he even looked at the camera. Bryan looked spaced out when he went in the courtroom. I mean, them eyes were like this. He scared me. Because he's this. Yes. And then when that happened to them students, when that happened to them college students, I think about when the first two people came and answered that door. Allegedly, how was he going to school? You could go back and forth. Hey, y'all, people go back and forth with the college every day. They ride hours. All of us did that. We had to go, for grad school, you'll go drive 2 hours just to go to your college and you come back home. People do that. I know it sounds crazy, but people do that. Bryan controlled that house. The police gonna come to your house. Listen to how it, listen to what I'm saying, y'all. You see how Bryan mind work? Okay, listen. When the first time the police came to their house, he said that the neighbor said y'all music was too loud. Who are y'all? Where's the owner of the house? They wasn't there. I got to ask y'all something. Was Bryan there? Because the music was loud, it gave me a sense of somebody on some type of substances. Now, the police tell you if I have to come back, he told the house owner, if I had to come back, somebody gonna get a citation to go see the judge. He told Maddie that. Why? In the same day, the police came back again in the same day and gave Zayna a citation. Cause the music was up loud. The police said, I hear got music coming in here. I'm gonna ask y'all again, was Bryan in that house? Cause Zayna closed the door behind her. How long did they know about Bryan? Now, think about this. This is where I'm going with this. If they came the first time and they didn't do nothing, they came the second time. I don't know if they gave her a citation or not, because she didn't even know about the first time. Think about it. Zayna don't know nothing about the first time because she wasn't at home. She's lost. She don't even know what he's talking about. Think about what Bryan did when he's supposed to got tickets that day. He repeats himself. Bryan repeats himself. I don't know what's going on mentally with him. Even when he got the ticket, he didn't get the ticket, but when they told him he was speeding, they supposed to give Bryan a ticket. That been in us, he would have got a ticket. Bryan supposed to got a ticket, a speed ticket. But if he didn't, why in the same day he did something else get caught by the police? You see what I'm saying, y'all? He's repeating what he does. So when he did, if he allegedly killed all of them, he repeatedly did what he did. But that's a lot of killing for one person. That's a lot of killing for y'all. This is some psychological. They need to get Bryan checked out. Hold up, y'all. Let me see what time it is. Oh, it's time to go. Hold on, y'all. Hold on for a second. Bryan has a psychological problem, y'all. Smart or no smart, he still got some issues. Oh, boy. Bryan Kohberger got somebody else assisting him. Allegedly. Allegedly, I think somebody got control over this young man. I really do. Psychologically, I think they do. Somebody got Bryan in trouble. I really do believe so, guys. I really do believe so. Bryan is allegedly controlled by someone who got power, who masterminded in crime. He controlled. He's somebody. It's something else going on, y'all. I don't know if he gonna mentally. I think that Bryan. This is just my opinion and my reaction. I believe Bryan gonna end up committing suicide. I believe he gonna commit suicide, y'all. I really do. I don't think Bryan gonna. I'm gonna tell you something. Bryan trying to save himself. The reason why I said Bryan trying to save himself, I think Bryan got set up. And why I think Bryan got set up. Someone enjoy what they do, and they don't involve Bryan in it. Bryan in it now. They don't involve Bryan in this. Bryan gonna tell. Bryan is gonna tell. I think Bryan got set up. And he's mind controlled. Somebody is control. This is why I early this morning, when I had the content, I said don't let nobody control your mind. Brainwashing a person can be easily done, y'all. People can wash you if you let them. Sometimes you don't know they doing it. I do. They can't do me, but I'm talking about the weak. Bryan they need to get him tested, psychologically tested. Cause his mind ain't right. If he said what he said, I'm listening to him. I'm paying him some attention. I watch I listen, I watch it, and he told that guy in jail. And he yelled out loud, I'll do it to you the same way I cut them, I cut you the same way. That's somebody with a mental problem. That's somebody with a mental problem. I don't care nothing about no master's degree. That's somebody with a mental problem. I told y'all the other day that people with issues like that are very smart people. That don't mean that they dumb. To me, Bryan allegedly got something wrong with him mentally. To take a knife, one knife, and to stab 4 people like that, and the knife then get stuck down in their rib. The knife then get stuck in their rib cage. The way he stabbed and cut them, you had to stand there and cut them like you had to stand there, and then the music was up. Remember now, the music was up. I can't even say. Yeah, the music was up. See? I know she ain't counting. Hold on, y'all. With Bryan Kohberger. When I look at Bryan, Dad, I wonder if Bryan Dad involved in what he does. Somebody over Bryan, y'all, mentally. Allegedly, somebody is over Bryan. Somebody is masterminded over this boy. This boy ain't in his right mind. For him to scream out in jail and say, I will cut you like I cut them. That people don't talk like that. People don't talk like that. Criminals talk like that. What made Bryan? How did Bryan was taking up criminal and not to be a criminal, but to be on the investigator? Okay, psychologically, I think that Mr. Kohberger needs to check, that he needs to be mentally checked. And the reason why I said that is because he repeats what he does. And when I say he repeats what he does, he like loud music. Loud music hides from what he wanted to be heard. See, when he did that to them, the music was like, okay, when the police came the first time, he told them, y'all turn down that music. Neighbors complaining. So that music wasn't loud enough for Bryan. Okay? Now that music right there wasn't loud enough for Bryan. In the same day, when Zaina got home late, the police came back and said, I heard y'all music at the top of the street. That's what Bryan wants them to hear, the music at the top of the street. Not just the little neighbors. Okay, so when he sicks them, they can't scream when nobody hear them. So that's a good thing that the police said. So he said, the police told Zaina, I'm going to have to give you a citation because I told y'all if I come back out here. And she was confused because she wasn't there. Who were those students there in their house at that time? Are they involved with Bryan? Do they know Bryan? Think about it, because the one boy said, I don't know them. I stay across the street. So why you in somebody's house if you don't know them? Y'all got to make it make sense now. Make everything make sense now. And then, if the police came out there twice, if the police comes out there twice, if the police comes out there twice, why did Bryan repeat what he did when he's supposed to got a ticket? When he got that speed, he's supposed to got a speed ticket. All of us would have got a speed ticket on the highway. He didn't get one allegedly. I don't know if he did or didn't. But in the same day, he got stopped again by the police. It's the same way he got stopped twice at that house. I know Bryan was somewhere in that house. Bryan allegedly could have been the one turning up the music, y'all. That's why the girls who was there at the house didn't hear them get killed, because the music was up loud. Lucky he didn't kill them. If they had came out that room, he would have. Bryan psychologically needs to be tested mentally. And they need to do it real quick, y'all. Because I don't want him to harm himself. Because I want to know what happened to them kids. I want him to talk in court. Bryan wants to know, how did the police find out a lot mentally? Because he was the teacher assistant. Allegedly. I'm allegedly speaking. I'm allegedly speaking. And how we know he's passing them classes? How we know ain't nobody helping him pass his class? Huh? How we know ain't nobody doing his work for him? Huh? Think about it, because I used to help the boys on the basketball team to pass my class. They paid me to help them. They paid me to help them pass their class. Because they was tired. They had basketball practice. I charged them to do their work. So anybody can pay at school. And then now he the teacher assistant. Why is he the teacher assistant? Is he doing his study under her? But he not supposed to do it under the teacher. He's supposed to do it under another teacher. Y'all got to think about this. I think Bryan got set up. I ain't trying to take up for Bryan, but something ain't right with this case. And how he looked when the police stopped him, he was like, what I do? He don't know what he be done. Yes. You looking out the window, counsel. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that, y'all. It's raining so bad out here. I mean, it rains so bad. It's so bad out here. It's so dark. It's so bad. But y'all tell me think about that. Y'all think Bryan did all of this masterminded by himself? No, I don't think so. I don't. I think Bryan allegedly got set up. I think Bryan getting set up. He was involved, of course. But why? Ask yourself, why would he risk his life to kill 4 students? And he taking up the criminologist. Come on, y'all. He trying to be an investigator. Why would he kill 3 students? What mentally got in here? Who mentally did something to them? Who mentally did something to Bryan? Did Bryan do anything for Bryan? For you to in the staff 4 people and you major in criminologists, it's some stuff happened. It's some more stuff happened in that house. You have to say yourself, how many breaks did he take? Cause doing it so many times, I like that boy did kill his whole family with the gun, with a knife. He sat there and killed his whole family with a knife. He killed about 8 people in his house, even the kids. A dude. I was watching this on YouTube yesterday. And y'all, a knife got stuck in his nephew's head, and the nephew survived. So I'm saying the knife that he's using on them didn't get stuck in nobody's ribs. It got to be more than one weapon. Got to be more than one. That doing them like he did them. It had to be more than one weapon. I believe in the DNA it should have been some more. This man lost his mind, y'all. If he couldn't have did all this by himself. If he did all this by himself, what could have did it by himself? But if he did all this by himself mentally, something ain't right. Something is not right. Something ain't right about this case. Something is not right. I think Bryan gonna tell. At first I don't know. Because he signing them papers. He look like he scared. Yeah, like he scared. He signing them papers. He did sign them waivers. He trying to say who told y'all I did this. How y'all know I did this? See, a murder, a person who does this to people, always want to know how they got caught. But he don't know everybody knew him. And I wondered, did he play loud music at his house? If he played now, no telling. If he did something like that, no telling what else Bryan done did before. Y'all like, share, and subscribe. I'm at the house, and I'm out.